My name is Jason Lajara.
I'm Michael Vescera.
And welcome to the FAL Consulting Podcast, your number one source for educational crypto content. Today is Friday, December 3rd, 2021. And on today's show, we'll be going over the top 10 cryptos for the day, as well as someone might be mining Monero on your company computer. Ethereum breaks new record amid 13% rally. Amid 13% rally, options OI reaches 7 billion. And how do you transfer a book to a DAO? I don't know. All that and more on the FAL Podcast. But before we get into anything else, Mike, it's been a while. We've been gone for a little bit. But are we giving out financial advice now?
Are we allowed to now? It has been a while.
No, I think we're still not allowed
Still no financial advice?
All
right.
Financial advice.
Fuck it then.
Okay. We took a little bit of a Thanksgiving break, but we're back now to give you the number one, to be the number one source of educational crypto content. How was your little Thanksgiving break, Mike?
It was pretty good, other than the fantasy team stinks. Had a good time overall.
Yeah, man, I definitely feel that. I know I'm holding
stuff going on, yeah.
Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff. Fantasy's been tough though. Holding on hope, maybe. Probably not.
You might have something going. I'm gonna beat Nick J this week.
Yo, you beat Nick J? I don't know. I think that I did the math in my head. There's mathematically impossible. But if I'd won one more game, maybe.
Yeah, you just gotta win out.
Yeah, that's it. I just gotta win the next two games. I won the last 4. So it's going 6 in a row.
Yeah,
go 7
I've seen crazier things happen. I think I've lost like 9 in a row.
I think you're on the same run I was before I played you, so I passed it off.
Yeah,
I passed off the losing streak.
I was like, damn, bro. I think I was already on a losing streak at that point too. That's the worst part.
Oh, okay.
I'm 3-9. It's embarrassing. I was 2-1.
Yeah, it's been tough. I don't know how I went from being 1-5 to now being like 4-5.
That's how the cards shake out. That's what makes fantasy fun.
It's like, what the fuck? It's Joe Mixon throwing up 30 burgers, but honestly, he really is this year. All right, but I always say this: they're not here to listen to us talk about sports. They're here to listen to us talk about Ethereum. What's Ethereum actually been doing?
So Ethereum's been doing good. On top of the fact that, like you mentioned before, it's up 13% over the last couple of days. The open interest, which is options traders putting in calls and puts, buys and sells on what the future price of Ethereum could be. The open interest is like the total accumulation of that number, which is over the last 7 days has grown $1 billion in open interest. Plus, with the price rising, could mean that we may be seeing it slightly over leveraged, but in the past also Ethereum's gone up at the end of the year, last year, the year before, so it could be a trend thing that people are bullish on Ethereum going into the new year.
That's definitely true. Last year Bitcoin took a little bit of a slump around the new year, but Ethereum definitely kind of made up for some lost ground during the year when Ethereum had been rallying for so long. I don't remember the exact same number, but you say that it could be a little bit of a problem with over leveraging. What does that kind of mean for the market? Because we've seen that in the past.
So it's just a lot of people have money tied into like futures options trading that at a certain price it could get liquidated if there's a lot of shorts in the market and the price goes too high. Those shorts get liquidated. Whatever you were holding in it loses money, and the same on the other side on the longing end, but. It's they also said the ratio is 0.47, so that's actually a bullish number. More traders are looking at $5,000 as the range, so it's a little bit more of the options contracts are long bullish for right now. But this period does end December 31st, yeah, and it's 700,000 contracts are set to expire. So if
Ethereum hitting $5,000,
yeah. I think, and it said the lowest was on the short side of people putting in puts.
Yeah.
It was 2,500.
So yeah, those guys may be fucked.
Yeah, either way, if there is some bearish news that brings this price down, then if a large enough amount of people get liquidated, we could see a flash crash like we've seen before.
That's true. Very similar to May 19th. That was a tough day indeed earlier in the year, but I could potentially see Ethereum kind of rising up hitting that 5,000 before the 31st. Hopefully, if you're a Ethereum holder, you're probably betting just about the same thing because you do not want to see another flash crash, especially going to the new year. That'd suck because then people would be like, 2022 is the bear market. Here it is, right here on a plate for you. Eat it up. It's the fucking bear market.
Nah, no more bear markets. Had enough.
Yeah, I don't want to hear that no more. Like, we have too many.
It's mainstream now. The bear market.
It's mainstream. It's too mainstream. Bitcoin's gone too mainstream now. But yeah, that's pretty interesting. Hopefully, it rises. We on this podcast, we're no maximists or minimalists or whatever you want to call us. We accept all cryptos. We talk about everything. But Ethereum is, the number 2 cryptocurrency at all times. We'll get into the top 10 right after this. Almost forgot about that. Yeah,
that's also too why if there's a large liquidation that it could cause like a total market crash, not like crash, but you could see overall correction throughout the market because 469,000 of those options contracts are calls. So people are buying basically around the 5,000 range or betting on the future price of Ethereum hitting about 5,000. So if it doesn't and it drops to, I don't know what the liquidation price is. I'd have to double check, but that's a lot of people right there. Yeah. 469,000. That's more than half of the people
getting liquidated. That is would probably be one of the biggest scandals.
Yeah, and I'm sure they have it at all different prices. I'm sure maybe some are over 5,000, but 5,000 is probably like the marker.
Like Happy New Year.
Yeah, especially as the last all-time high from last month was like 4,800, 880.
I could see a little bit of a force maybe coming in, maybe some people who have some money, some bigger money that have in this contract just coming in, maybe plopping down, pushing a 5, and then us, correcting down to maybe be a little Christmas present. That's not just because I hold Ethereum, but that's something that we've definitely seen or probably seen in the past happen. But it'll probably take some pretty bearish news for us to move down, even though currently we're not sitting at the highest that we've been, dipping down certain percentages.
You never know when the Black Swan event could come, like Coin Bureau says, but who knows? I don't see anything like crazy going on right now.
Coin Bureau talks about a Black Swan event. That hurts.
I've heard him talk about some Black Swan events. It wasn't like a video about it. He just mentioned it in it was like its top 5 coins of the year going into the year from like January or something.
He's like, but watch out, because shit could just hit the fan.
Yeah, that was before China did like the mining ban on the miners, obviously.
Yeah. I don't see anything coming up, but I don't see anything coming up because who knows? January 1st, 2022, Gary Gensler could come out and be like, guess what? Fuck you, Bitcoin. Yeah. And he shoots it in the head. I don't know if you metaphorically.
Yeah, right. He shoots the computer.
Yeah, he shoots the computer. He shoots the Satoshi computer that's holding the Bitcoin and it just goes offline.
It's autistic.
It's autistic. Well, we're really trying to fix that on that side of the computer. But we almost skipped the top 10 cryptocurrency for the day, where Ethereum is sitting at the number 2 as always. But let's see where the rest of these guys are sitting at, as we get prepared for Ethereum to possibly hit 5,000 at the end of the year. At number 1, we have Bitcoin at $54,080, down 4.55%. At number 2, we have Ethereum at $4,252, down 5.32%. At number 3, we have Binance Coin at $593, down 4.20%. At number 4, we have Tether. At number 5, we have Solana at $213, down 9.14%. At number 6, we have Cardano at $1.57, down 8.98%. At number 7, we have XRP at 93 cents, down 4.47%. At number 8, we have USDC. At number 9, we have Polkadot at $33.78, down 5.82%. And at number 10, a new surprise number 10 spot, we have Terra Luna at $68.48, up 8.35% for the day, 62.82% for the week at a $26,674,521,778 market cap.
Did you see the chart for Luna this morning?
No.
I've never seen a straight line on the charts before. That shit went straight up.
It's just straight up.
Talk about over leverage too. That shit had the open interest on that was up 100% from last week, and the price is up 35%. So it's definitely over leveraged at this point.
It's what's this hot coming off of? This is some type of news recently. I know Terra is a blockchain that allows you to peg just about any asset. like
Yeah,
US
Terra's
dollar, euro.
Terra's like Ethereum. Their
Yeah.
own like blockchain type of thing. They have Terra USD. It's the stable coin that they use that it could be used on a lot of different chains right now. Well, not a lot, like 3. I'm sure you could use it on Ethereum and a couple others. I forget. But
Wow,
I think
that's a pretty straight line. You're definitely right about that.
yeah, shit's dumb, right?
That's in 15 minutes. That's a solid brick of a line. No wick. Just a little bit at the bottom. Fine.
No, the only news I really saw on it was that like 2 days ago they approved that they're gonna either work on or put out soon. It's called Terra Track, so you could basically track your trading or whatever transactions on Terra and be able to export it from the blockchain or from whatever account that it's on the Terra Track. So you could export it from there to whatever tax services you use.
Oh.
Probably TaxBit would be the first one that they do, but I think they'll probably be able to send it to what's the other TurboTax? I was gonna say Rocket Mortgage, but it's not the same.
Not the same. Hopefully, hey man, if you could start sending fucking some Terra to Rocket Mortgage, you want to see this shit go up 800,000 or something.
Yeah, that is.
You got people buying houses.
Buying
Maybe
houses.
Zillow. Maybe Zillow should have fucking.
Zillow's buying houses right now.
No, they're selling their houses because they fucking bought too many. They're like, damn, this shit sucks.
Yeah, now nobody's gonna afford it.
I didn't realize Zillow just bought houses and like with Uber and just houses like that. Yeah, bro, you need
That's
a
pretty
house.
much what happened. I saw a commercial last night for Carvana too. That was straight up like, "Yo, don't go to the dealer. We'll buy your car."
That's nuts, and they probably will.
They will. They have it was something on the website, or you download the app on your phone, you scan the car or whatever, put the make, model, they'll give you an estimate, whatever they think it's worth.
They won't because they see that people aren't even be able to afford a car anymore. So they're like, yeah, we rented
Yeah,
cars, so it's
stock
gonna be
up.
great.
Yeah, they wish.
Oh man, what a shit show. The whole car market, that's a fucking. You want to talk about supply chain? There's no cars. But you know what? There's a lot of fucking malware spreading around. Specifically, one that mines Monero. This is coming from Decrypt. It's talking about a new report. It's coming from cybersecurity firm Sophos. They have about 500,000 clients, but there's a new variant of the Tor2 Mine crypto miner, which is infecting company networks to mine Monero. You already know what Monero is. It is one of the hardest traced cryptocurrencies out there, but what they're saying is that basically the malware looks for holes in the network security, generally in the form of systems that have not had the security features, including antivirus, anti-malware software updated or patched. Once installed on a server or computer, the malware will look for other systems that are similar and the same thing and install the mining software on there, and so on and so forth, and it continues until it is stopped. And the problem is that usually with malware and stuff, you would just you'd clear the server or whatever. But the way that this is made is that it's kind of like sleeps somewhere or sits in certain places in the server where you can't really do it. So it's been super hard to kind of find where it's like coming from. And, it just comes at a time where Badger DAO yesterday lost another $120 million. And who knows how much, I don't know if you're losing anything, but you could just be sitting with a Monero miner sitting on your computer if it's been running slowly recently.
Yeah, just like Genie had a couple months ago, somebody installed a malware on his computer. They were mining Bitcoin though, but still, you never know with these guys. They're doing it the right way too. So with Monero, mining Monero off the computer, this way you can't track it.
You know what's crazy? I never even thought about that. Yeah, no, you can't track it, which is like even more insane. Because if you're mining Monero, you don't even know where the fuck that shit's going. Like,
it's the best part.
That's one of the greatest fucking things about Monero. But we have obviously worked on the mining projects, and we had gotten that card. You think it could have been already installed on the card when you gave it to him?
Some of them could be, yeah.
Because I know that's happened
like
before.
Fake shits out there, like Ledger, or it was either Ledger or Trezor. Somebody was selling fake ones on like eBay, Amazon. So when people bought them, whoever they bought it from already installed some type of malware on there. They were able to get their private keys or just able
that's
to
a little
take
bit more
whatever off
malicious
of it.
because this guy's just kind of siphoning it, and that's like, I'm gonna steal your funds. Yeah. But it's very similar where they kind of prepackaged it beforehand with whatever malware that they had. Yeah. But yeah, that's definitely a good example. I forgot that happened. So watch out where you buy your Ledger wallets from for sure.
That's a fact. And Google also had a similar issue. Like they were hacking into people's old like cloud accounts and using if it was like an unused account, they would hack it and just use it to mine Bitcoin.
Yeah. It's tough with these hacks, especially when you have a fucking hack like this. You know, usually we talked about it before. Like, do we really want to bring up another hack? We were gonna talk about the Badger DAO. But once I saw this Monero, I thought this was a lot more interesting, just because this is just a whole nother mix of, all right, now you got like computer viruses are one thing alone, bro. You get the hack, your screen's going blue, fucking you're getting asked to call a number so you can give them $100,000 so that they can not give out the child pornography that they found in your computer.
You gotta bail out grandson from jail.
So, but now it's even becoming more malicious because it's happening underneath your fingers. You could just think your computer's being slow. Like, think about probably hundreds of people across America that are like, bro, this computer fucking sucks. This shit's mad slow. And meanwhile, they're just on a network of a bunch of fucking nodes mining Bitcoin.
Yeah, that's what happened to Genie. He was like, yo, this shit's just running mad slow. I don't know how he thought to think of like, oh, let me check these files or folders, but he did, and he's seen some random shit on there. I think it dead said like malware or Bitcoin miner or something stupid.
He's probably like, oh, this is Joe, but it definitely was not.
Yeah, he was like, yo, I thought it was him stealing it from me. Like, no.
Yeah, it's similar. It says that a sign that the system is infected is unusually heavy of processing power, reduced performance, and higher than usual electricity bill, which you already know because you're mining fucking crypto. Sophos recommends patching vulnerabilities in internet-facing systems like web applications, VPN services, and email servers, and installing anti-malware products to make sure that they are less likely to fall victim. So it's kind of just your basic stuff. Make sure you got malware services on your computer. Yeah, make sure you're updating your computer. Windows recently came out with Windows 11, and I know that that's a big feature on the OS side is that they're trying to combat people using processing power to mine crypto and stuff because they didn't fucking expect that to ever happen when Windows 10. So now they're here like, oh shit, this is something we probably need to do. I think specific chips now, motherboards are being made so that it's harder to do that. They have like a certain class of motherboard that is coming out now that is specifically made so it's harder, like on the BIOS side. I don't know. I'm not that technical with that stuff, but
yeah, I have no idea about that.
Yeah, but I've heard it's getting easier. I've heard it's getting better on that side. And if you work for a big company, make sure you talk to your IT guy and see if your computer's been running slow and if they're mining a Monero. And if you're one of those guys, hacking into computers and doing that, yo, hit me up. Let me know. I'm playing.
Send me some Monero.
Send me some Monero, bro. Nobody will know. But I think I think that's pretty. It's always pretty cool. Hackers being hackers are always kind of cool to me.
Yeah, always doing some crazy shit.
Yeah.
Who knew all CD, whatever, and Python and all that, and you could just steal people's shit.
You could just steal money now. If you got good with fucking computers, you could just steal funds now, like legitimately. Before it'd be like, oh, I got her passwords, or like I got this guy's nudes. But now it's like, nah, I got the fucking cash.
This guy's nudes.
Listen, I wanted to be equal rights here. I'm the FAL Consulting Podcast.
Yeah, we're Poly.
We don't know who's hacking into who. Poly, Andrew could be hacking into anybody. He's trying to get anybody's nudes. But you want to talk about some crazy shit? Let's talk about someone trying to buy the Constitution, not the Constitution, trying to buy a Bible of a unadapted film from Frank Herbert's Dune. Dune recently released on HBO Max. It's a big movie. It's kind of been a little bit on the cultural mind. So it looked like Sotheby's got a hold of the kind of Bible for the movie that was never released. This group of people decided to get together and call themselves Dune DAO, and they put up the funds so that they're able to buy it. The auction came along, and one of the members of the DAO was like, oh, I don't think we're going to be able to do this, or Sotheby's doesn't accept Ethereum, so whatever the funds that we raised aren't going to be acceptable. I'm going to put my money up myself. I'm going to put my $3 million up for the auction so that he could get it, and I know that the community is going to be able to pay me back. But now the problem is that he technically owns it, holds it. How is he going to give the Bible over to the DAO?
Yeah, how are people going to be able to see it? If he's holding it, they gotta. I don't know if there's some way you could just throw it up there and not have. I don't know. You'd have to give him some type of tokenized access to it. I guess at that point, you might have to make a whole separate thing.
Yeah, and it's up to the DAO obviously to decide. To put up the vote so that they can see what it is. It's currently not being held by him. I think it's still being held by Sotheby's until it's decided where it's going to go. because the guy is really passionate about Dune. He really liked what the DAO was doing. Interestingly enough, though, they raised $750,000 initially. It was only estimated to cost $25,000 to $35,000 though. That's why Sobin is his name. He came in and he put up. Why did it say? He says $3 million in fiat were used to the auction. So I guess he put up $3 million for it because it was an auction. So it probably went up in price. Since then, though, a group within the DAO has now raised $11.8 million so that they can reimburse Sobin back to his initial money, sub whatever he is now.
Where are they raising this money from?
It's a DAO. Mike, it's a DAO.
No, I know.
They're really passionate about Dune. You really fucking fucked me up with that question. You're right, though. I'm just out here throwing fucking numbers at my ass. Like,
no, I know, but still, it's just like, damn. They raised all this. They only needed 25 to 35,000, so they raised 750,000, and now they just raised another 11 million. All right, bro. These got some heavy hitters in this DAO.
They do, man. Some people are very passionate about this movie that was never released because it was a big thing. Frank Herbert, this Dune book is very recognized, and the one that wasn't made was really talked about for a while. Or is wanted to see. I don't know if there's that many people as nerdy as me though that have that much money and know about this and would be willing to put that much money into a DAO.
Bro, this has to be like...
Listen, there's definitely... I've thought about the same thing. There's something...
It's got to be George Lucas that just wants to take it and burn it because it's too similar to Star Wars.
Dune came out before Star Wars.
There can only be one.
It can only be one. But one suggestion is that the book is going to be placed in public for viewing, but the final decision will become down to the community. They're going to be utilizing their Spice token. It gives users upon the initial ETH investment. The other thing is the token will eventually give them voting rights. So I don't know how they're just holding this token, waiting for the access to give them voting rights, but there hasn't been any. I like this because this could have gone one way where the guy just took the money and was like, ha, and I left with it. But obviously he's passionate about it. And he hopes that with the extra money, so it looks about like $3.7 million once this is all figured out. But once with that extra money, they can make some animated film or series and other creative projects directed by community decisions inspired by the intent and vision of Dune. Yeah, so I think if they're able to do that, like that's actually pretty cool. The community, if these people are really that passionate about it and want to fund Dune projects all over the internet, then I think that's a really cool thing that this DAO is doing. But you definitely bring up a good point. I don't know where this money's coming from.
No, it's definitely cool if they're doing that too. I saw that The Irishman, the guy that executive produced The Irishman, I can't remember his name, but he's starting a DAO too that's going to be used to just produce movies.
I think it's a wonderful idea.
Yeah, so if they're doing something similar with this, that would be pretty awesome. They definitely have the money to do it.
They definitely do. They definitely do. My idea, though, would be suggestion. Like, if I was a part of this now, I'd want, like, super high-res scans of the Bible and then just, like, put it up. And, like you said, give people access, like, through some type of token. Like, you're a holder. Like, probably just making an NFT where I'm able to hold this NFT and it gives me access to the website, to be able to look at it. I think that they don't want that to do that because then maybe people will be able to, like, release screenshots and shit. And, like, this isn't an NFT where people are like, oh, I don't care if you take a screenshot of it. Like, maybe they're super, like, big on not releasing anything. I don't know how it is. Yeah,
because I haven't seen any leaks of like the Stoner Cats episodes, if they still do that. Andy Milonakis has his own show that you can only get access to if you have like the token.
That's pretty cool.
So he's releasing episodes like every week. I haven't seen any of those either, but
that's a good way to fund, a TV show or something. If you really wanted to go that route, it's probably super complicated, like tax wise and federally, but you go straight to community. This is my token. This is the project I'm making. And it's sort of like a Kickstarter where people give their initial thing, but maybe through that, you can give updates and things to trailers. It's interesting because it's a bunch of different industries. But this is DAOs now, and DAOs are coming in and being a big part of the crypto industry. And I enjoy them a little bit more than NFTs, if I'm being honest, to talk about. So I'm glad that the DAOs are coming into the space a little bit more.
Yeah, they'll definitely start to keep picking up too. It's more of a governance. It makes it more decentralized to an extent.
Yeah, I wish there was more than 100 people, but we'll get there soon.
Yeah, well, you could have more than that's just something for like, what is it? They're technically something with taxes. I think if you're under 100, you're considered a group.
Yeah.
And if you're over that, raising money or whatever, you have to be doing something. I forget.
I'll just make it a religion. Yeah. I'll just be a DAO. My DAO religion. My DAO. What is it? I don't even know. We'll make a DAO religion.
Kosher DAO?
Kosher. No, because then we'll get sued.
Nah, so they'll fuck with it. They'll bless it.
No, I don't know. I really don't know if we get kosher DAO or anything like that. We have to
bless
make our
the
own
DAO.
religion.
We're gonna have to put him in the metaverse so he could actually bless it.
We get the first kosher metaverse.
Yeah, we're gonna have the first kosher metaverse fridge too. Keep the meats and cheeses separate.
Get 2 fridges. Oh, but I think with that, the community DAO here has decided that we're probably going to finish the podcast.
Yeah, that's what the higher ups with more tokens said.
That's what the higher ups with more tokens have said. But thanks, Mike, for coming back. It was really fun doing this again. We're going to be back doing this 3 times a week. We just took a little bit of a hiatus because things got a little crazy here. We had to do a bunch of work, but I do enjoy doing this, so it's good to be back.
No, yeah, I was looking forward to it the last couple of days. And then whatever happened, we weren't able to yesterday, the day before. So it was good to get back to it.
100%, man. No, because it's good. It really, we think about, we read the articles all the time, but actually to get in front of a microphone and be like, I actually have to put concise thoughts, not just fucking bullshit that I'm pulling out of my ass. It's pretty good. And I always walk away learning more, just speaking to you and having better conversations outside of here whenever I do this. So it's been fun.
No, that's a fact. Next, we got to raise $11.8 million.
Yeah, we got to do that.
Just start a DAO and then $12 million just flow.
The FAL Consulting, the FAL Crypto Podcast DAO, we got it. We'll get some boats out. We'll be with Boomer Geo over in Long Island.
I don't even get them started. We're gonna buy a boat from the Sandbox for 150 ETH.
A Fleet Week in the metaverse.
But Fleet Week's coming up. I gotta pretend to be a Navy man now.
Fleet Week is coming up. That's why I brought it up. Someone brought up Fleet Week recently, and they said something that was a pretty good joke, but I can't remember.
Yeah, I'm gonna go down to Navy Pier. I'm gonna rent a Camaro, just because they all got Camaros, Dodge Chargers. It's part of the signing bonus.
Yeah, you get a Halloween costume. They're pretty cheap right now.
The recruiter costume just comes with a calculator. This is how much you're gonna make.
How much you gonna make? You like money.
You like Chargers, right?
Everyone's got a charge. That's Chargers literally being held up by the back of army men who were convinced when they went in.
Yeah, it's an American muscle.
It's true. All right. But thank you for being here, Mike. Thank you for tuning in. You can follow me on Twitter over at crypto_Lajara. That's crypto_LAJARA. You can follow Mike over at Scuba Scungili. That's SCUBA You can follow the official FAL Crypto Consultants Twitter over at CryptoFAL. That's Crypto FAL. FAL is a one-stop shop for all your cryptocurrency needs, from answering questions for new people to bigger institutional clients. We're there for you. Regardless if you're a small business or bank, we'll make sure to take a tailored approach to all your needs. Our team houses specialists in all areas of cryptocurrency, from mining, trading, creating NFTs, DAOs, staking, lending questions, and general market research. Go to cryptofal.com to learn more. Once again, this has been the FAL Consulting Crypto Podcast. Have a good day.